Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Third Age Total War here today on the channel. We're back on the Divide and Conquer mod. We're playing as the Kingdom of Gondor. This is episode 2. In today's episode, we're going to be sallying forth from East Osgiliath to be fighting for Minas Morgul. We're going to have the battle for Minas Morgul here today. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series thus far, and where you'd like me to expand and conquer. If you don't like Third Age Total War or myself, feel free to leave a dislike. So we're going to continue our offensive on Mordor here today. We managed to take Eastern Osgiliath in the last episode. We have 7 units in here just holding. We have Boromir and Faramir with the main army. I've made the decision to allow Stuart Denethor just to remain within Minas Tirith as a bit of a defense for our family tree. Unfortunately, we did lose my brother-in-law Hurin and another prominent general in the last episode. The battle for Osgiliath was bloody. Boromir's had a son, Milon, or Melian, however you want to say it, and Faramir's had a son as well. So, the line of Stuart Denethor will continue. Angbor the Fearless has married off his daughter as well. So, army build-wise, we finally have a professional army in this series. We have Boromir leading the line. We have Faramir with his ITHILian Rangers. We've also got a general here with Pelegrir Marines ready to skirmish. We have here Lewin, who has Peneth Gillen Cavalry. And we've got some Royal Swan Knights as well. Doran here has his Blackroot Archers, who eventually made their way here as well. We've still only got Gondor Militia, but we do have some Gondor Infantry, Spearmen, and Fountain Guard making their way in, along with our cavalry, along with one detachment of ITHILian Rangers. So we're going to be pushing and attacking this army outside. We have weathered the storm of some invasions, and we've thrown them back a bit, so Mordor's in a good position to strike. There's an army here pushing north. We've got a small army holding in Calandros. The natural topography of Gondor is really going to help us here on the river. Looking in Minas Morgul itself, we have Guthmog and a couple of other prominent commanders. Diplomacy-wise, we haven't quite made it to Edoras, but we're going to be able to negotiate with King Theoden the Horse. Is it Horsemaster or Horseman? Horseman. Horseman. Okay. I like the sound of that. Not really too much is going on in my western territories, except that Isengard, we're neutral for now, but they've made the decision to push down here and besiege this settlement, which I was actually trying to get to. So we might have a land border, technically, with Isengard. Diplomacy-wise, we still have our allies Dol Amroth and Rohan. We did make a peace with some of the Haradrim as well. So, not really too much else we can do with this spy. We have found Cirith Ungol and Dawn Death, the Witch King, the Ring Wraith is inside. So I'll put in the description below the Divide and Conquer mod. If you guys like to download it and play along with me, you do need a fresh install of Third Age 3.0, and then need to download Divide and Conquer version 3, The War in the North. So let's push on and deal with this army here now. And I'll be curious to see if they stand and fight, because we're either going to have the battle for Minas Morgul on the fields, or we're going to have to siege it out. So, pushing up here with our cavalry and infantry, and it looks like they're going to stand and fight. So, 252 Orc Band have drawn out Gothmog and his army. Uruks, Morgul Chosen, some Orc Maulers as well. This is exactly where we want the enemy. Let's chuck a quick save, if we can. Yep, game saved. There we go. We don't want the game to crash for whatever reason. Alrighty, let's fight this one on the field of battle here today. It's a 5-to-2 ratio. We do slightly outnumber them by about 800 soldiers. But if we can draw out and weaken the garrison inside, this is where we want them. We're going to fight them on the field. flank them with my cavalry, pin them down with my heavy infantry, and rain fire and death upon them with my heavy ITHILian rangers and black root archers. We've got them game, set, match. Gothmog, his head's going to be on a pike by the end of this battle. Okay guys, welcome to the battlefield. The dark, gloomy steppes of Mordor. Let's start the deployment there. Boromir, oh my god! Not the most sort of flattering render, but yeah, okay, I see some similarities. Okay, so we'll make a front line with our militia here. We'll put our swordsmen straight up. And we'll try... Yeah, so... it's a little bit of a dip there. That's not too bad, though. We'll just make a nice... Oh, a simple Gondorian noob box. As we do have skirmisher supremacy. And cavalry. I imagine the enemy is really going to come right for us. Okay, so we need to deal with our second line of generals. That's what I want to deal with as well. So we've got a general's cavalry there. That's fine to be on the flank. Who else have we got here who's a general's cavalry unit? Surely we have more. Yes, we do. Here it is. I thought we had 4, but it was just a little bit deceiving. It's the Swan Knights that are there. That's fine. So that's that cavalry unit there on the flank, and then we've got these guys on the far side. So we'll be able to do some sort of hammer and anvil tactics at some point. That's good. Alright, and then we've got Boromir sitting further back. So out of all this, that's a bodyguard unit there. Because this is the first time fighting with this build, so I need to learn it. So we've got a lot of cavalry, so it's only 1 unit there. That's fine. So you and Boromir can actually sit in this second rank here. That's fine. Oh, well, let's have a look at this army. So here we have our Peneth Gillen cavalry on the flank. I would start the battle and go through the units, but I want to be quite aggressive with my cavalry, so we're not going to have time. We could potentially go in a shield wall formation with a couple of our units, but I'm not going to do that because I want to still be quite dynamic where we do push Gondor militia. And here we have the Wardens of the White Tower with Boromir. General's bodyguard here. Where is Faramir? David Wenham, my favourite Australian actor. Fountain Guard here. Swan Knights ready to push and flank. Alrighty, let's start the battle now and push. So we want to try and overwhelm quickly this orc band actually before it gets back to the enemy. So we should be able to surround and take it down quite quickly. And here we have the reinforcements slowly but surely trickling in. I reckon that's Goth there. Maybe some of the other ones. Okay. So continue to push there where we can. Allow the Swan Knights to probably engage and pin. Or we allow everyone else to flank around where we can. So our first time fighting with the Swan Knights. So let me know in the comments, guys, would you like me to expand and conquer? I think this is my best army build that I have here for now. Bringing Faramir in instead of Denethor is probably the better bet, as you can sit back and get some archer shots off. The Swan Guard are going to make their first attempt on the Orc Band, and they should be able to do alright. So continue to swing around here, please. We'll try and swing the General's Bodyguard further around the back. Pull the Swan Guard out for now. Swing there, please. Go, 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 go. They're still far away. So hit that. Hit that. I've got how kind of slow reacting the cavalry can be sometimes in Medieval 2, but I think we've done enough to shake them, especially being playing a lot of the Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD mod. So 125 here. We don't want to get too long into a protracted engagement, so we'll try and push out where we can. So their reinforcements are trickling in. Now, we will lose if the timer runs out, if I'm not mistaken. So this is what I want to do. So go in again now. Allow the Gondorian cavalry to go. 91 before the initial charge. We've lost 1%. We've killed 10, even just dealing with one unit. The Swan Guard are coming in. Especially early on, this Peneth Gillen cavalry is going to be so good. And there was 90 before the initial charge. There's now 38. We're going to be able to crush the Mordorians. I guess the orcs here today. Right, 27. A lot of variety in colour in Divide and Conquer, which is good. And they're fighting to the death here now. Let's crush the entirety of the unit. We're still sitting back in our position. We could move up if need be. And that has now been crushed, which is fantastic. So, we'll move you now to this flank and away. And it was you here as well. So you need to be grouped slightly so you can move here. Whoa! Oh, the enemy general has fallen. I was gonna say, if we lost one of my generals this early on, I'm not gonna lie, it'd be a bit of a shameful display. It might be better off just to group them, to be honest. So let's just pull back. Because you can still slightly move units about when they're grouped. So you guys can fall back that way. So yeah, we really need to focus on Mordor. Once we've finished off Mordor, which is going to be the majority of this series, we want to try and focus on eliminating them. I do feel I need to send a detachment of 1,000 soldiers at least to Rohan at some point, just to help them out. So they're now pushing up here. But you got to be aggressive from the get-go with Gondor. You need to rally every single man, woman, or every able man. We haven't got any women or children fighting in this, but every able man, every general from out Gondor, you need to get them to Osgiliath to push. We've lost 2 generals in this series so far. Hopefully we don't lose any more here today. So I'm going to speed things up because we want them to come to us. Looking at our archers. Now this is, because we're playing Medieval 2. Oh, we don't even have a choice, I don't think. No, because this is always the controversy in Medieval 2. Obviously in the later Total Wars you have Flaming Shot to take down arrow towers. You have heavy armor piercing rounds against plate units, and then you use the standard when you're fighting just light baggy clothed militia. Some people prefer to use arrow fire in Medieval 2 because it's, yeah, I'm not going to lie, it's aesthetically pleasing. I get it. But I personally prefer to use a standard shot. Now, these guys look like they've come up far enough here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the pain. I'm going to send my cavalry down and around and try and do some attacks. So what have we got here? Heavier units we don't want to hit. Axeman. What's this behind here? Oh yeah, this is the general's bodyguard there. Oh yeah, there he is. That looks a lot like him. Well, what we can do is maybe entice an attack. Because we don't particularly want to push. So these are mediums. Oh, that's actually light infantry. Really? Oh, okay. Fuck. Try and get behind them. I didn't even think that. We'll try and pin them from the side then. Ungroup them. Try and get them further around the back. There's no harm in hitting them while they're flat-footed. 128 before the initial charge, especially with melee. As long as you don't get dragged into too much of an offensive. Yeah, pull back. 30-40 in the charge, I'll take that. Just because of the colour scheme, you guys got a little bit dangerously close there. Go for another cycle charge here. For Gondor! The blood of Numenor flows through our veins. Alright, pull back there. So what's this bind to? H, is it? Really? Alright. It's not R. I guess R might be reload or something. Right, so we're really focusing on this one unit here. They're coming around the back there, which is fine. We're going to make our cavalry work for this. If we can isolate units where we can, and it looks like this Orc host is going to commit. Swan Knights. Yeah, that's what we want. But also make sure you get out of there. Don't get caught, boys. Just in and out. Lightning fast. Some of them might have got caught there, to be honest. Just pull out. Okay, so I haven't paid much of an attention here, but it does look like some of the Orc scouts have moved out and up. Because we're on auto fire, the Blackroot Archers and Ithilians are having a field day here. Okay, we're falling back our cavalry, are we? Okay, they're now gone. So, Orc host there. That's actually the heavier infantry there, which you need to watch out for. So, we are trading quite well. We could focus our firepower on archers, but I think we're doing alright. Our cavalry hasn't been engaged. They're being now split out. Okay, I'm just sort of seeing what's going on here. So that's fine. Alright, allow the Swan Knights to push this way. Allow these guys to push further back. If we get one lot of cycle charges, that'll be fine. Yep, now go into that. Okay, yeah. They're just hitting anything that gets in range, which is perfect. Okay, that's being cycle charged now. So we've lost 2% to their 43. And even though these are Minorian Guard, we should be able to rout and destroy them. Okay, it does look like the Orcish front line is engaging our Gondor Spears and Militia. And they're hitting our right flank as well with some of the Orc Maulers. Okay, we're in a bit of a prolonged fight here, so how well are they doing? 33. So we don't want to be in there for too long. So, and we actually seem to be losing a couple of casualties potentially. So let's just try and move everyone out, and we'll cycle charge again. And it looks like these Chosen are coming in. So the front line seems to be still holding for now. We'll allow Boromir to drop a debuff, or a buff for us, a debuff for them. And everyone else can hold their fine. And it's 17. So let's charge this then. Maybe even drag that away. But 17 units there against some Swan Knights. That's fine. Focus on them. Drag you away. Okay, there's no rotation coming on our front line or anything. We're piercing and hitting them where we can. And we're probably just hitting our front line more than anything. So they're piercing the back. Hit the bodyguard there where you can. Everything seems to be doing alright. Right, let's just need to keep an eye on my cavalry where we can. Those medium infantry. Keep pulling them back. It's only 7 orcs there. Okay. What I'm going to do... I think I'm just sort of happy because they seem to be like focusing quite intelligently. I don't need to be micromanaging this like quite heavily. Okay, what's happening over here now? Those guys look like they're moving out. And we've wiped that unit there as well. So, let's push up here and deal with this. Do we want to countercharge anywhere? They're holding just well. They're focusing on them. We do have a couple units just sitting idly by in some areas. So I think we'll push. And allow them to fire on that. Okay, so get all these guys to focus on this general unit. We need to start pushing here now. And the enemy general's fallen. Muzduf has fallen. So there seems to be some units here. So get around that. We'll allow some of these units to chase them down now. We'll use the last of our abilities if we can. Swing back over to this cavalry unit if we... So, where's the best place there? So you go this way a bit more, you go this way. We'll pin that down. Right, make sure you swing around the back of these orcs. You can move this way as well. Okay. Where are they then? Yep, go for it then. The problem is if we commit our soldiers too much running after archers and stuff, they could overextend. They're now broken officially. Boromir can now move up. There mustn't be many more men holding, you'd think. Oh, yeah, these are the chosen, aren't they? Look, I'm not even going to fuck with that. Like, honestly. Just get the cavalry out. Get what's left of our archers to try and focus that. Okay, what seems to be hanging on still? Some archers further at the back. Nothing too much. We've killed 98%. Yeah, look at that. There's no point of fighting that. So what I'll do now is give my cavalry a bit of a breather. We can focus on other stuff. Yeah, hitting these guys. Because they're just heavily speared. So, yep. Get my archers to rotate down this way. That's what we need to be focusing on. We can let some of the other bodyguard and stuff face that. So that was definitely the play. Sit back. Pick apart their units. I'm actually quite surprised how well we picked them off with my cavalry. The Swan Knights didn't lose any casualties. The Peneth Gillen cavalry probably lost 20. They probably lost 30. But the bodyguard there wasn't really too bad at all. Okay, I don't want to have to give this command out again. So we'll group up our archers and we'll try and get them to hit them. We could very well just get some sword units to engage as well. And already we are starting to reduce the hit points on these guys. The enemy general's fallen. Not the one we exactly want, but that's fine. 41. Try and swing everyone back. Some of our guys are starting to get out of ammunition. Alright. Oh, let's try and speed this up. They're still trying to go after that cavalry. But we'll allow our... Yeah, 38. Yeah, we just want our black... What are they? Black Root. Black Root Vale Archers. I was going to say Black Vale Archers, but they technically are that. 36. 13%. This is going to be a hell of a battle. Numerically, I wonder which ones have the better sort of value, to be honest. Couple of chosen holding out there. Like cost-wise, what's better of the two? Most of our guys are actually running out of ammunition now. We might as well just send all our infantry in. Everyone else is in a full retreat out the back there. Send in the cavalry. Because we're getting to the stage now where we're just simply running out of ammunition. Our cavalry got caught there, I didn't even notice. Just swing and be a pain and hover them around. We'll let the infantry deal with the last of the Morgul chosen holding out there. Right, you can double back down here now and deal with it. And pin them in place. While the infantry come in. 34-40. Let's have a look on a good charge. Downhill. Not in formation. But still a medium infantry spears. 33. Yeah, we did lose 2. Yeah, so look at that, right? You don't want to be doing that, because we lost 3 and they lost only about 3 as well, so it's kind of on par. What we want to do now is just try and get our infantry in there and just smother them. Just stranglehold the last of them. Yep, and we got him. make sure this gets completely wiped out. But we've had a massive Gondorian victory here today. And that's definitely how we wanted to play it. Because especially as cool as most of the custom sieges are in this, you really want to try and avoid them if you can. Obviously, role-playing wise, yeah, you want a good fight, you want to take Osgiliath, but just because the way they're designed... Oh, he killed their general as well. Or the way they're designed, they tend to funnel you in, and from a Total War perspective, you lose a lot of advantages as what your faction would normally have. Gondor Heavy Cavalry held perfectly. We have superior archers, we have some of the best in the game. I don't know comparatively if they're as good as elves, but they're very, very good on the battlefield. We sat back, we loosed anything that came near us, we smashed, and our Swan Knights and our Heavy Cavalry flanked and cut off units. So we deployed 2,376, we lost a measly 276. That's mad. That's a mad ting. Okay, and the Orcs deployed 6,000. They got that first unit got smashed, and they got 45 remaining. Wowee. Yeah, let's have a look at the archers, the Black Root Vale archers in the ITHIL Rangers, because this is the first time where they've fought side by side. 157. 41, 48, yeah, so oh my god, the ITHIL Rangers, even though they cost more, they're worth every penny. 138 there as well. We can't actually see specifically Faramir's, but regardless, a massive victory here today. Oh, that's a really cool depiction of Sauron, I guess. And the Men of the West. Okay, guys, welcome to the campaign map. Oh, so Gothmog is the faction heir, really? And we get 5,300 in a ransom? That's cool, but no way. Getting rid of him, a high-ranking Orc official, is worth a lot more. And... oh, are we going to be able to walk into Minas Morgul? Surely not. Can we? Oh, we can! Oh, that's fantastic. I thought there would have been a garrison script or something. We can sack, losing the pop. We can exterminate. No, we'll just straight up occupy Minas Morgul. So, we've brought back Minas ITHIL into the fold. Alright, we'll try and repair and retrain where you can. But, oh god, they got smashed due to be being drawn out there. Oh, so we didn't even have the siege in the end. Oh, that saved a lot of Gondorian lives doing that. So, unfortunately, guys, it's time to end the video here. It's time to wrap things up. Thanks for watching episode 2 of the Gondor series. So, in episode 1, we took Osgiliath. We spent a little bit of time just holding on and throwing back some stacks against Gondor. If you can sort of throw back 1 or 2 stacks and then push out into Minas Morgul, it's quite good. You want to be aggressive from the get-go, be a little bit passive for 1 or 2 turns, then push. We made the right decision, even though abandoning Heneth Anduin, oh, the Witch King's inside with rune units. We definitely made the right decision withdrawing from Heneth Anduin, even though we lost it. Just going back and forth in this forest here isn't worth it, and it looks like this other army's probably going to come out and siege us then. We can probably throw that back and hold for now. Okay, I guess we'll try and push into Cirith Ungol next, and we might need to make our way to the Black Gate. We'll see if Isengard takes this territory here in the north. If not, they're going to weaken it so much that we can go in and snipe. So what are they actually bringing, Isengard? Just some Warg Riders there. Oh well, regardless, thanks for watching episode 2. Stay tuned for more 3rd Age and Total War uploads on the channel. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.